This is Artemis Mission Control, and what a view of our moon. This captured from one of the cameras on Orion's solar array as we continue to get closer and closer to our lunar neighbor. The crew are in their post-sleep period, able to conduct any necessary hygiene. They're able to configure the cabin, which will be especially important for today's lunar flyby operations. They'll also have another timelined block to configure the cabin for their lunar flyby operations in just a little while. Post-sleep is also the time during which the crew has a chance to eat breakfast. And on the menu today is breakfast sausage, couscous with nuts, strawberries, tortillas, a maple top muffin, oatmeal with apples and cinnamon, seasoned scrambled eggs, grits and butter, mango salad, and a sausage patty. This is Artemis Mission Control. We are officially under an hour and a half until the Artemis II crew is slated to surpass the Apollo 13 distance record, the farthest humans have ever traveled from our home planet of Earth.
Have been trying to correlate the smell and the crew reports of the smell to a particular event or a changing configuration of the spacecraft. We have a number of heaters that are located near that area of interest, and there's nothing about a heater cycling that we can correlate to the smell. There's nothing about the usage of the toilet that would cause an increase in the concentration to cause a more acute smell or a more mild smell. So right now there isn't any root cause identified as to what that source is, but we're continuing to proceed with the mission and the use of the toilet
anything
nominally.
that we need relayed up to the crew today about the spacecraft systems.
Our next question is from Stephen Clark with Ars
Technica. There'll also be an opportunity for the crew to ask any questions of Mission Control Houston before we get into our busy lunar flyby day.
My question is probably for Rick as well. You mentioned the checkout. It performing, and also if it checks out and you're able to get to that 100 megabits per second downlink, will that kind of expedite the downlink of some of the photos we're expecting from tomorrow? Thanks.
Sure. Yeah, the optical comm system has been performing really well throughout the mission. We've used it throughout all of the lunar transit. We have 3 sites where we downlink data. We have one in California, one in White Sands, New Mexico, and then a third site, which is kind of a test and a target of opportunity with the Australia National University in Australia. And we've been able to stream video live to that site as well. And yes, if we can get the bandwidth increased to 100 megabits per second, that will absolutely help getting imagery and data from the spacecraft down in a more timely manner.
Okay, we'll go to one more on the phone and then come back here in the room. The next question is from Sana Pashankar from Bloomberg.
Hi, thank you so much for doing this. A question for Dr. Young. Obviously, it seems like an enormous amount of thought and effort and scientific considerations have been put into preparing for the lunar flyby. I was just wondering, when did the lunar science team thanks.
Yeah, thanks for the question. Not specifically for Artemis II, but for Artemis science operations in general, it's been a number of years that we've been preparing and integrating with flight operations. I will say flight operations has been incredibly welcoming. I think it's a testament to the fact that, science is one of the fundamental pillars of Artemis, and, specifically for Artemis II, Rick and Judd and Jeff have been nothing but, really, really welcoming, knowing that, of course, our destination for this mission is, of course, the moon. Specifically for Artemis II science preparations, we did, actually start working with the crew pretty quickly after they were selectives, given the mission profile characteristics, as we learned more about that, about how the the mission profile was evolving. And so that enabled us mission. I was really able to build out our amazing team pulled from several different NASA centers, experts in lunar science, geology, visualization, geographic information systems, teams here at the Johnson Space Center who supported Earth observations from the International Space Station that are actually responsible for developing that gorgeous lunar targeting plan. And so the plans for the flyby profile as we're going to execute it tomorrow, probably officer console into mission control, as well as building out the science evaluation room.